Hello everybody, welcome to LT Gaming. My name is Tom and today we are doing something a little bit different. We're going to look at a game that I'm very excited about for the future, coming out next year, and it's going to be everything we know so far about Homeworld 3. So for this video, I have gone through all the information that I could find from the website, the trailers, and any interviews or articles that I've read. And I'm going to try and distill this information for you into kind of some bite-sized nuggets that you can take away, things to get excited about. And yeah, basically something to digest before the release of the game. Just a quick note that if you guys do like our content, please make sure to hit the like and subscribe button. Leave us a comment on what you think Homeworld 3 is going to be like. And let's crack on with the video. On the real-time strategy pantheon, there is a place reserved for the game that truly brought them into the 3D environment. And this is the 1999 celebrated classic Homeworld. The vastness of space, the ever-impending threat of attack, and the ethereal vibe of the soundtrack all synergized into an unforgettable atmosphere. For the first time, players were challenged to interact truly in the 3D plane. This opened up avenues of tactics and strategy that had been previously untouched in other titles. And Homeworld 2 in 2003 continued the excellence of the first offering, and the player was offered a deeper dive into the complex and tactical experience with that still same polished, high production value that they had come to expect after the first. In more recent times, we have had the remastered versions and then the 2016 prequel version, Homeworld Deserts of Kharak, and these were also met with mostly favourable receptions. However, as Homeworld Deserts of Kharak is developed by Blackbird Interactive, who are the same company who are developing Homeworld 3, as they weren't actually involved with Homeworld 1 or 2, looking into this game might give a better indication of what to expect for this forthcoming release. And so it can be said that while it was still mostly favourable reviews for the Deserts of Kharak, it is of interest to note that of the entire series, this prequel is the lowest scored overall on Metacritic. And this is both from critic and user-based reviews. And the majority of gripes, now not everything, and it wasn't overwhelmingly negative, but the majority of gripes did center around the poor AI, bland multiplayer, and overall just lack of longevity in this game. So whilst, as you know, that caveat, it was a good game, it definitely fell short when it is compared to the predecessors in this franchise. There is scant details on what Homeworld 3 is going to entail, but by delving into the trailers, there were some elements that I was able to discern from them. So it does seem as though environments are looked to be kind of fleshed out with massive megaliths, superstructures, and planetoids, I would say. And one important little nugget is that the Homeworld 3 website states that they're going to try to bring 3D terrain into the classic Homeworld battle space. So this gives me the expectation that interactions with terrain and structures is going to definitely be improved and going to hopefully add a new level of strategy into this game. Ships wise, we see a lot of familiar faces in the trailer. So we had frigates and cruisers. Along with this, there was a lot of classic weaponry that would be familiar to Homeworld players. So we had projectile weaponry, ion, weaponry, and indeed missiles. And it would seem that these models have been worked on a lot to kind of bring them into the next generation of graphics, so I'm very excited for this. So what I would tell players is to expect a degree of familiarity, as I don't think it's going to deviate too far from the Homeworld tenets of gameplay, if you like, but we can expect it to be beautiful, big, and bold is what I would be hoping for. Any great game has a compelling storyline, and if you remember the first Homeworlds, they certainly had that. And the details for Homeworld 3 are somewhat sketchy, but it seems as though after the events of Homeworld 2, the galaxy embarked on what is called the Age of Sajet, with Karan Sajet, the main character from the original series, seemingly assuming the same role in this installment as the protagonist of our story. And we can read the official storyline description as follows. Cycles of plenty and war have come and gone. Now the hyperspace gate network is catastrophically failing, and Karan, who has passed into myth and religious idolatry, is the key to the mystery threatening the galaxy's future. So I think that sounds pretty cool, and I think Blackbird will have strived to make this storyline as engaging and memorable as possible for the player, as they must understand that this is what made the original series so compelling to play. Aside from the campaign storyline, it seems that there will be a co-op roguelike mode that's going to pit players in a series of battles with a persistent fleet. And this will let you choose rewards as you complete waves, and these can then carry over to future runs. And of course, it seems as though there will be online PvP as well, but the extent of which and the details of such is kind of sketchy as of right now. And then finally, one important thing to note is that we do have Paul Ruskay, hopefully I'm getting that right, who is the original composer from Homeworld, and he's going to return. So I think it's safe to say, if anyone can recall that iconic soundtrack to that game, that it's going to be epic, and we can certainly say it's in safe hands once again. So this game was slated to release at the end of 2022, and they have since announced that it's going to be pushed back into the first half of 2023, I believe. And so this makes me think that they're taking it very seriously, and they know that they need to treat this IP right and get things, knock it out of the park, is what I would say. So my verdict in summary is very positive. I've really enjoyed the gameplay trailers and the information that I've read. I'm very excited about the immersive environments and the kind of atmosphere and story line that they want to craft. I think it all is ticking the boxes that I would expect for Homeworld 3. So I'm extremely excited for this one. I hope you guys are too. Let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know, are you excited? Are you dreading it? Give me your thoughts. And of course, consider liking and subscribing if you've got this far and you've enjoyed the content we've made. I've been Tom for LT Gaming, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye bye now.